From historic Reg Sherman Field at Kirsch-Rooney Stadium, it's the Division II state playoffs, as this evening it's game one of the best-of-3 series between the number 8 seed, the De La Salle Cavaliers, and the 9th-seeded Vandebilt Catholic Terriers. And a pleasant good evening to you. Ken Trahan on a very pleasant evening here in Lakeview, along with the coach, Kenny Forsang, who joins us tonight. And we've got a really good matchup for you between two very good programs and two very evenly matched teams in De La Salle and Vandebilt Catholic. The numbers would certainly reflect that. Vandebilt Catholic coming in with a record of 22-9 on the season. De La Salle with a record of 20-8 on the year. The two teams did play each other earlier this year in the Archbishop Shaw tournament, and Vandebilt Catholic prevailed 8-7 back on March the 17th. But that was a long time ago. It's a different day, different pitchers. Coach Forsang joins me now. Kenny, it's great to have you with us first and foremost.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to be here with you, Ken. We're looking at two teams tonight. I think De La Salle is pretty much a senior-laden ball club, and Vandebilt Catholic is a younger ball club. But these are two traditional, great programs, and we're expecting a great battle here tonight.
Well, when you look at the matchup, the first thing you do is look at strength of schedule. And the opponents that Vandebilt Catholic has played had a combined record of 481 wins and 397 losses. Pretty impressive. On the flip side, De La Salle just as impressive. Their opponents, 442 and 349. And then you look at teams that they played this year. Vandebilt Catholic has victories over Dunham, a really good team. E.D. White, the only loss that they had all year long. They beat De La Salle, we mentioned earlier, and they also beat Archbishop Rummel. And then, of course, De La Salle has beaten John Curtis twice, the defending Division I state champion, also beat Archbishop Hannon and played some other tough teams. So both of these teams are well prepared. They're battle-tested.
Well, both of these teams play tough schedules. It's important to be able to do that in order for them to compete at this time of year. You don't want to go out playing a poor schedule and you run into a good team and you don't know how to handle those type of pressures.
When you look at the Vandebilt Catholic Terriers, G. Cassard in his 4th year on the job, really good baseball man. I've worked with G, so I know him quite well. Former Loyola head coach, and of course he was an assistant at his alma mater, Nichols. Also at Texas at Tyler and at UNO, where I worked at the time and crossed paths with him when he was an assistant coach there. Played at Ascension Catholic and at Nichols, which is Nichols State, of course. But we know G very well. He's an experienced baseball guy. Yes,
I've competed against G for a couple of years now. My Eric teams would go down and play in the Vandebilt Catholic Thibodeau tournament. And it's always a pleasure to compete against these guys. And I've learned a lot from competing against these other coaches.
And then, of course, on the flip side at De La Salle, Roland Skinner, another guy I've crossed paths with. I did his games when he played at the University of New Orleans. He also played at Bossier Community College and Millsaps Junior College. Of course, former star at St. Paul's High School, was the head coach at Vandebilt, did a fine job with the Skippers, 2 playoff appearances in 3 years. And then, of course, at North Lake Christian, he won back-to-back state championships in 2008 and 2009. Little known fact, he won a state championship as the head volleyball coach at North Lake Christian in 2009. You can appreciate that. On the high school level, you do it all, right?
You do whatever they tell you to do, and you do the best you can, and a good coach is a good coach. And Roland's done an outstanding job with the De La Salle program, and, year in and year out, they're going to be very good.
No doubt, and of course, we'll set the starting lineups for you momentarily for this evening's contest. But again, if you look at the matchups in the first round, or this is the regional round on the select side, this is probably as good a matchup as you have. And when you have an 8-9 matchup, you kind of expect that.
Sure. I mean, those two teams are probably as close as you're going to get to teams being evenly matched when you get to this point in the playoffs. Again, we've talked about it earlier about how well these teams have scheduled, about how well they've played against those schedules. And both these teams are going to come out tonight ready to play, and they've seen each other once. So it'll be interesting to see what happens tonight.
Teams being introduced as we speak. Lights are on here at the ballpark, and we'll set the starting lineups for you coming up shortly, but we'll have the national anthem coming up first on what is a really nice evening here in Lakeview. Fans are being asked to rise now, remove their caps as we're set for the playing of our national anthem. Along with Kenny Forsang, I'm Ken Trahan from Kirsch-Rooney Stadium. Let's set the starting lineups for this evening's game. First of all, for visiting Vandebilt Catholic, under the direction of G. Cassard, with a record of 22-9. Leading off at shortstop, J.L. Lepere. Batting second and pitching, Josh Shelley. Hunter Porsche is the center fielder. Colby Dufresne bats fourth at third base. Eli David is the catcher. Gavin Daigle in right field hitting sixth. C.J. Detillier in left field batting seventh. It's Brennan Hammer at first base hitting eighth. Evan Frank at second base batting ninth. It will be Lepere, Shelley, and Porsche, Dufresne, David, and Daigle, Detillier, Hammer, and Frank. For the homestanding De La Salle Cavaliers, under the direction of Roland Skinner, leading it off in center field is Izzy Fields. Gavin Freeman is the shortstop. Cody Fonseca, the catcher, bats third. Corey Cook cleans up, and he is the pitcher. Braden Bryson, the DH, bats fifth. Ty Tubbs in left field hitting sixth. Grant Goodby, the first baseman, bats seventh. Hunter Polizano is at second base hitting eighth. And Yvonne Paz in right field bats ninth. Kyle Baudouin is at third base, not hitting. It's Fields, Freeman, Fonseca, Cook, Bryson, and Tubbs, Goodby, Polizano, and Paz. Baudouin at third base. And on the mound tonight, Kenny, is a guy that throws as hard as anybody you'll see in the New Orleans area. One of the harder throwers in the state, the big right-hander, the senior Corey Cook.
Well, in talking with Roland, when we played De La Salle early this season, we didn't get a chance to see him, thank goodness. He'll throw 88 to 92. He'll do fastball, slider, curveball, and changeup. And if a guy throwing 88, 92 in high school can throw all four of those pitches over the plate, he's going to be tough to beat.
We'll be heading here to Delgado to play for Joe Sherman, and that's a big plus and a big coup for Joe to get a pitcher of this magnitude. One of quite a few he'll get locally, including from this De La Salle team. Cody Fonseca, their catcher, also heading to Delgado, and the same is true of their shortstop, Gavin Freeman. So the Cavaliers on the field defensively with Tubbs in left, Fields in center, Paz in right, Baudouin at third, Freeman short, Polizano second, and Goodby first, and Fonseca doing the catching for the Cavaliers here this evening. And Vandebilt Catholic will be in their royal blue tops tonight with yellow gold numbers, white pants, blue caps. De La Salle will be in their familiar white home uniforms, maroon look with the caps and print across the front, and looking forward to what should be a really good game and what should be a really good series. And of course the weather's great. The sky is partly cloudy, 76 degrees. Wind is out of the south-southeast at 12, so blowing in a bit from center. Humidity at 69%. We're set to go. Leading it off, the shortstop, J.L. Lepere for Vandebilt Catholic. A very good hitting team as a team, batting .309 on the year. Very impressive offensive club. In from the right side with a slightly open stance. Ready to go. And Cook will oblige with the first pitch of the game. Right on time. Low for ball one at 7 p.m. 1-0 the count. The umpires, by the way, are from the Hammond Association nearby. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Lepere. That is right down the middle, and it's 1-1. Lights are on to start the ball game here at historic Rags Sherman Field at Kirsch-Rooney Stadium. Cook with the 1-1 pitch. Hit up the middle, a base hit, and a good start for the Terriers as Lepere takes it right back through the originator for a leadoff single.
It looked like a breaking pitch. He got up a little bit around the belt. He's going to have to get that breaking pitch down if he's going to be effective.
Josh Shelley, the pitcher, also a very good hitter to the plate at .343. No homers and 16 driven in for Josh. Leadoff man aboard, Lepere will take his lead. Swipe 9 bags on the year. Vandebilt Catholic runs quite a bit. Pitch. Bunts it beautifully toward third. He might beat this. Third baseman gets it. Made a good play. Baudouin made that look easy. That was not an easy play.
Well, that was a great bunt, and the third baseman came up and just made a nice play on that. Vandebilt will play small ball.
One gone. Runner in scoring position for Hunter Porsche, a .339 hitter. He's been really good this year. Porsche has 3 home runs to his credit as well, and he's driven in 24 on the season. You bunch him towards center in the outfield, the ultimate respect. Play him straight up on the infield. First pitch. Hook is high for ball one.
That was more of a slider, it looked like.
Lepere with his lead. Lozano trying to keep him close. 1-0. And that's at the knees for a strike call. Even at a ball and a strike.
These next two hitters are very good hitters for Vandebilt Catholic.
And you've seen them, so you're very familiar with in fact, you're familiar with both teams. And
yes.
Obviously part of the reason we've got you here tonight. You can educate me.
Well, it's tough to beat good teams. And, Vandebilt Catholic with their small ball and a couple of good hitters in the middle, it's tough to keep them from scoring.
Chop toward third, waiting on it. Baudouin has it, throws it. Got him, runner to third, good base running. He'll be there safely, and the ball gets by. That'll be a throwing error. Throw to the plate is not in time. So the error results in the run scored, and it's 1-0. Vandebilt Catholic. You could see that coming.
Correct.
First of all, great credit to LePere for smart base running to be able to take the bag. And you kind of wondered if the first baseman was going to make the throw across, and it really cost them.
And the throw was not necessary. I don't think he had a chance to get him at third base. But what's great is that LePere slid, immediately got up in case the ball got away, and it did get away and was able to score on it.
So aggressive base running, good baseball by Vandebilt Catholic, nets them the early league, and Dufresne takes it down and out, back to the screen, 1-0. Colby Dufresne, 342, 3 homers, and 22 driven in. Cook deals the 1-0. Towards short. Nice pick. Freeman on the move. Wide. Second error of the inning for De La Salle. So shaky defense on the infield for the Cavaliers early on.
Well, he rushed his throw on that. As an infield, you have to know who's running. And he had time, not that he had a lot of time, but he had time to set his feet and set his shoulders and make a nice throw to first base. And he just kind of let it fly a little bit.
So runner at first with 2 outs for Eli David, who's at 337 with a homer and 26 driven in. Some gaudy numbers for these Terriers. As mentioned, a very good hitting team. And they will run 88 stolen bases on the season. Stretch pitch. That's a strike over the outside edge from Cook.
They look to get these first 2 runners on base, and then with 3, 4, and 5, they hope to be able to just drive them in.
Runner at first, Dufresne with 6 stolen bases on the season. In the air, foul left side and out of play. And the count now to no balls and 2 strikes on Colby Dufresne. 1-0 Vandebilt Catholic here in the top of the first. Dufresne a lead. Got him with a good hook. So Cook records his first strikeout in the inning, a run on a hit. 2 errors, 1 stranded. Bottom of the first coming. Vandebilt Catholic 1 and De La Salle coming to bat. We'll keep it right here as Vandebilt Catholic will take to the field with Detillier left, Portion center, Daigle in right. Dufresne third, LePere at short, Frank at second, Hammer at first, David the catcher, and Josh Shelley will be on the mound for Vandebilt Catholic tonight. Shelley's numbers are good, 11 appearances, 9 starts. He's 7-2 with a 1.96 earned run average, 53 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 50 hits, 29 runs, and 15 earned. He's walked 11, struck out 59 in those 53 2/3. He's hit 6 batters, so he's been very efficient, very good, and he'll mix his pitches, talking with Coach Cassard earlier.
Right, and Coach pointed out that, he's not going to impress you with his velocity, but he's going to hit spots. He's going to throw his breaking pitch and his changeup over the plate. And what I tell my pitchers all the time is if you can throw 3 pitches over the plate, I don't care what your velocity is, you're able to get batters out.
Shelley taking his warm-up tosses here. He'll be facing Izzy Fields, Gavin Freeman, and Cody Fonseca here for the Cavaliers in the bottom of the first inning. As mentioned, they saw each other earlier this year in an 8-7 win for Vandebilt Catholic. So familiarity, they know each other quite well. And this is a very good bracket. This Division II bracket has a ton of good teams. I'm very impressed with the quality. of the teams. University Lab is the number 1 seed, and they're matched up with Haynes Academy in the opening round. And they'll play the winner of this series. And I've seen U High this year. They're really good. They were in the state championship game a year ago. Parkview Baptist is really good as the 5 seed. Archbishop Hannon's a 12 seed, and they're pretty good to be a 12 seed.
Well,
Loyola Prep
played Hannon. We played Hannon, and they're a very, very good team.
Yeah. Loyola Prep's the 4 seed. Haven't seen them, but here they're quite good. Lusher Charter, solid team, and they're 13th. Turlings Catholics, the defending state champ, and they're number 3. Thomas Jefferson, the 14, is who they play. St. Charles Catholic, the 6. We know how good that program is. They play St. Michael the Archangel. And then E.D. White, 27-1 on the year, is the 7th seed, playing St. Louis Catholic, the 10th seed, at St. Thomas More, traditional power, the number 2, taking on the 15, David Thibodeau. That's a loaded bracket.
That is a great bracket. You're going to see some great baseball coming out of this bracket.
Izzy Fields, the center fielder, will lead it off here in the bottom of the first inning for De La Salle. 268, no homers, 13 driven in. Takes a strike call from Shelley, who gets ahead right away. Oh, 1. Out of play left side. Quickly, Shelley gets ahead 0-2. You love that as a former pitcher, right?
Well, I'm sure that's what makes this kid such a good pitcher, is that, he's always ahead of the count. And then you can make hitters hit your pitch. You can put it in a spot to where they have to swing.
Another one out of play left side. Instant replay. Let's do it again. And no balls and 2 strikes here to Izzy Fields, starting it in the bottom of the first for the Cavaliers.
Now, Josh is not a big kid.
Outside. And it's 1-2.
Great spot for an 0-2 pitch, just a little bit off the plate. Trying to get him to chase something.
A ball and 2 strikes. Right-hander brings another. Fouled it back to the screen. Good cut. Leadoff man battling. He'll see the 6th pitch of this at bat. Now, with your leadoff man, you always like a guy that can see pitches and work a count and see it as few as 5 pitches, hopefully more.
And, that's tough for kids who all they want to do is hit. They want to curveball way up.
Changed speeds and really decelerated his delivery with that off-speed pitch.
Sure, he did. It's hard for these leadoff hitters to want to go deep in a count. They're usually pretty good hitters, but they got to understand their job as a leadoff hitter is to get on base.
Up for ball 3. It's full 3-2 now, as Fields having a meaningful at bat regardless of the outcome here.
Correct. He's already thrown 7 pitches to him.
Number 8 coming from Josh Shelley. Here's the payoff. Down a ball. What an at bat for Fields.
Great at bat.
Roland Skinner smiling about that. Leadoff man is aboard. And now Gavin Freeman will bat. Freeman another heading to Delgado to play for Joe Sherman. 279 hitter, no homers, and 16 driven in for Gavin Freeman on the season, the senior. And let's see if De La Salle elects to put on a play or if they play small ball as well.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what they do here, particularly with him throwing already 8 pitches, and it looked like it was a hit and run.
Yeah, fouled it back. It's 0-1. Trust your hitter. Put the bat on the ball, I should say. And, of course, Fields, where the leadoff spot is going to be able to run some. No balls and a strike. Wind blowing straight in now from center field. So it's kind of an indoor ball game, as we say, here at a big ballpark at Kirsch-Rooney. Throw to first, leisurely toss, runner back. I say big. It's a big park to play in for high school players. 325 down the lines, 370 to the gaps, and 400 to straightaway center.
It's a big park, and of course you got a college team that plays here with Delgado. You just got to make sure you let your outfielders know that there's a lot of room out there, that they have to go hustle and get everything.
No balls and a strike. And yet a third throw to first, so clearly G. Cassard trying to slow down the running game.
Well, he's not really trying to pick him off by the way he's throwing over there. I think he's just trying to keep him close.
The pitch, and down and out, 1-1. Get that attention split between the runner and the hitter, and oftentimes pitchers will lose touch a little bit. Another throw to first.
With some pitchers, they lose touch more than a little bit. You get some pitchers sometimes they do not do a good job of holding runners on base to give their catchers a chance to throw somebody out if they go.
Was that one of your strengths, holding runners?
As many runners as got on when I was playing, yes, it was.
Oh, come on, man.
I had to learn to hold them close.
Talk about modesty. Come on, man. You're in the Archbishop Rummel Hall of Fame. You're in the Tulane Athletic Hall of Fame. Give me a break.
But that was something that we worked on almost every day with Coach Brockoff. You know, we worked on our pickoff moves every day.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we had some great catches with Mark Mayer and Joe Morris and Sammy Dozier. And
that is a strike at the knees, 2-2.
You know, giving those guys a chance to throw somebody out. Pitchers have to understand they have to be quick to the plate.
Coach Brockoff, really good hitting coach. As good as I've seen in that regard. 2-2 the count, stretch pitch. And a fly ball hit pretty well to left field. Left fielder back there. Reaches up, making the catch to Tillier for out number one. As Freeman hit that ball well. Again, the wind blowing in. It tells you how well he hit that ball.
Well, the wind was blowing in, and so it was kind of taking him toward the foul line a little bit. It just kept drifting. He did a great job of going back and getting that.
Freeman, good contact, but retired. And now Cody Fonseca, another Delgado commit, will bat. Fonseca having a big year. He's a good catcher, and he's a good hitter. .419. 2 homers, 30 driven in. Boy, that's some impressive. And a throw to first to drive Izzy Fields back. Yep, you played on a conference championship team at Tulane. That was a special year, as I recall. Watching that team play. Some really good teammates of yours.
Well, you know, we were literally an all-star team from New Orleans. You know, we had Romo, Jesuit, Brother Martin, Holy Cross, De La Salle, Ridgewood. You know, it was so much fun and so great guys. You know, they are just class acts today.
Pitch missing away. 1 ball and no strikes to Fonseca. Cody, as mentioned, big year thus far. Senior, right-handed hitter, Vandebilt Catholic, a double play depth. Hammer holding on. Fields. Good pitch for a strike from Shelley. It's 1-1. Terriers leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning, along with Kenny Forsang on the other Kenny. Throw to first, and this time a little closer, but back in his field. He's taken that extra quarter of a step lead now.
Yes, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Seen like 5 or 6 moves over there, so pretty good read. Not going. Missing away. Snap throw to first.
Ooh.
Good peg there by David. Runner back. It's 2-1. The catcher will make you aware that he can gun you from at any base with that particular release and throw.
That's a nice quick release there going to first base.
Another throw over there. That will make 7. Runner back once more. Let's try it again on 2-1. Here it is. Down and in. 3-1 now to Fonseca. Should see a pitch to hit. He's got protection with Cook behind him in the on-deck circle.
Correct. You got to put the ball in play here.
See if they want to run Fields with a favorable count. Shelley getting the sign from David. Time call.
You always want to try and stay positive with your pitcher. And you want to, you know, instead of saying, hey, you know, you got to get an out here, you got to throw a strike, you want to say, hey, put the ball in play here. Give us a chance to make a play on this.
3-1 runner not going. Ball 4. And Fonseca's on. It's 2 on. 1 out on a pair of walks issued by Shelley. And now the dangerous Corey Cook will try to help his own cause as he'll stand in at 362. No homers and 24 driven in for Corey. And the catcher, David, will head to the mound for a word with Shelley. Making sure they're on the same page here with signals and maybe how to work Cook. New supply of balls heading toward the home plate umpire. Again, Hammond crew here this evening. Special delivery made. Long delay here between last pitch to Fonseca and the first to Cook here. Finally in there from the right side with 2 on, 1 out. And he's down again, 1-0. So started off throwing strikes to Fields, but then lost him after being way ahead of him.
And, he's been close. I saw one curveball up in one of the batter's eyes. But other than that, I think he's been around the plate. Sometimes that plate bounces around on you a little bit.
Seeing a lot of visits to the mound by the catcher here in the first inning. You think that's about signals or?
Well, could be. Maybe they thought the guy at second base was tipping pitches off or something, or
chop foul, 1-1.
And they have to, they have to go out and change them up a little bit.
Now, how often do you change signals on this level when there's a runner at second base?
When I'm playing some of the better teams we play, we'll probably change them up each inning, then change them up. We'll go to we'll go to touches on the body or change which signal is live.
Up the middle, this could turn. Second two. For 1, first for 2. And the twin killing, the eraser ends the inning. LaPierre to Frank to hammer, and nothing doing for De La Salle. No runs, no hits. One-man strander. We played 1. Vandebilt Catholic 1-0 over to De La Salle. Back in just a moment here at CrescentCitySports.com. Second inning set to begin, 1-0 Vandebilt Catholic over De La Salle. It will be Gavin Daigle, C.J. Detillier, Brendan Hammer for Vandebilt Catholic in the top of the second inning. By the way, the numbers on Cook this year are really imposing. 8 appearances, 5 starts, 4-1 with an 0.91 earned run average. In 38 and the third innings, only 20 hits allowed coming in. 13 runs and only 5 earned. And look at that walk to strikeout ratio. 12 walks and 68 strikeouts in 38 and the third innings. Hit 5 batters. That's what you call overpowering.
Well, and that's just it. Any kid that throws mid to upper 80s to low 90s is going to be overpowering to many of these high school hitters.
Here's Daigle to start the second. 13th pitch being made by Cook as a swing and a miss. Vandebilt Catholic was going early in the count in the first inning, and here they are again swinging at the first pitch. It's 0-1 on Daigle. 370 with a homer, 25 driven in for Gavin Daigle.
Well, and I thought that first pitch was out of the strike zone.
Fastball missing away. That was similar location. And
right.
It's 1-1.
I mean, if you swung at it once, why not go back there again?
One ball and one strike and another. Hard up the middle, base hit. Daigle starts the second, like LaPierre started the first, with a leadoff single for the Terriers. Both hits, middle of the diamond. You love seeing that.
Well, with a guy like this, you're going to look to go up the middle or go opposite field just because you're going to struggle turning on an inside pitch with him throwing so hard.
Here's C.J. Detillier, the left fielder.
Let's see what VC does here.
Bunted earlier. Bunting here. Missed it.
Fake
Throw to
punt.
second. Boy, Fonseca with a gun. Nails the runner. Daigle, well, try to bunt and start the runner. Doesn't pay off. A 2-6 put out. When you have a catcher that can throw that well, really helps shut down the run game.
Right, and I'm not real sure if he went after it or if they were trying to fake bunt steal or not, but either way, did a great job of throwing the ball down to second base just now.
Out by a bunch.
A bunch.
0-1 on DeChillier. Base is empty now. Cook deals another. Grounded hard to first. Easy hop. Goodby. 2 gone. Very aggressive at the plate. They swing early in the count, don't they?
You know, I mean, sometime to beat a pitcher that throws this hard, you know, he's trying to jump ahead with his fastball. So, you know, you want to tell your kids, let's go chase that fastball to start off with.
Brennan Hammer, the first baseman, bats. First pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1 the count. Crescent City Sports Prep Baseball is brought to you by Gibbs Construction, a leader in the construction industry in Louisiana and the Gulf Coast for more than 35 years, transforming dreams, visions, and plans into reality. Gibbs Construction. Thanks to Larry Gibbs and Gibbs Construction for their continued support of high school athletics here at CrescentCitySports.com.
Curveball in the dirt for ball 1.
Now the 1-1 offering. Out of play. And it's 1-2 to Hammer. Great baseball name, Hammer. Be a good football name, too.
That's just a good athletic name.
A ball and 2 strikes. And another. High and away. Even up at 2-2. Nobody on 2 outs here. Top of the second, game 1, best of 3 series. Vandebilt Catholic up 1-0 on De La Salle. 2-2. Threw it right by him, up in the zone. Not going to catch up.
Nope.
To a heater up in the zone. No runs and a hit, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the second. The Terriers 1 and the Cavaliers 0 at CrescentCitySports.com. Bottom of the second inning begins. 1-0 our score. Ken Trahan, Kenny Forsang with you from Rex Sherman Field at Kirsch-Rooney Stadium. Braden Bryson, the DH, will lead it off here, to be followed by Ty Tubbs and Grant Goodby against Josh Shelley. Struggled with his command a bit in the first. He walked 2 but got a double play ball to get out of it using 22 pitches, 10 of which were strikes. Here's Bryson at 286, no homers and 10 driven in.
Well, the double play helped him out last inning.
High, it's 1-0.
Still up in the zone a little bit.
Wind now shifts a little bit across toward left. Had been straight in. Here's the 1-0. That's in the dirt. It's 2-0.
He's got to pitch ahead. Got to get ahead of these hitters.
2 balls and no strikes on Braden Bryson. And here's another. That is a strike call, 2-1. Sign given, the 2-1. He cranks it high and deep to left. Left fielder on the run. Run, never get it. Up against the wall. Runner on his way to second with a ringing double. Braden Bryson one-hops the Jesuit sign and left. And De La Salle has the tying run in scoring position.
That ball was hit. The ball was hit very well down the line, about 15 feet inside the left field line, right in front of the Jesuit sign.
Nobody out for Ty Tubbs. Tubbs, 203, 2 homers, 18 RBI. This is one of those at-bats where, at the very least, you'd like to see a runner moved if possible. And the first baseman and third baseman are both cheating in with that in mind. No bunt here, and a swing and a miss and a ball down. Helped him out there. That pitch was down.
The pitch was down in the dirt. He chased it, helped the pitcher out a lot.
Time call by Tubbs. Shelley working out of the stretch early in this game quite a bit. With the 0-1. Breaking ball down.
Breaking ball.
Nice block by David, 1-1.
Same pitch, he just laid off of that one.
And a smart pitch. I mean, if you see him going after it and expanding the zone in that fashion once, why not do it again?
Sure. I mean, if a guy's struggling with your pitch, make him show you that he can hit that pitch.
Lead from second, Bryson, the 1-1. Breaking ball down again, same pitch. And it's 2 balls and a strike. And David doing a good job of blocking it up back there.
This young man, Tubbs, pitched against us when we played De La Salle from Everett. And he's going to Prairie View next year.
Great opportunity to continue his baseball career. 2 balls and a strike. Here it is. That bounced again. Fastball. That's a wild pitch. And now Bryson at third with nobody out. And a favorable 3-1 count on Tubbs. And that's going to prompt a visit to the mound here. So De La Salle with the tying run 90 feet away with nobody out here.
Now, you know,
second inning.
I have a bone to pick with all you guys.
Okay.
It's always a wild pitch. It's seldom a pass ball. What?
Yeah, I hear you, buddy. All I know is that Dominic Jambroni would have blocked that one, okay? That's all I got to say. So.
Another great player I had the chance to play with. Went up to LSU and played at LSU.
Sure did.
And
well, you talked about the teams you played with at Tulane. To this day, that collection of players you had at Archbishop Rummel was maybe the best I've ever seen. And I say that objectively. When I think about that 2 or 3 year run with pitchers like Ricky Ziblich and Vincent Degratola and Matt Bollinger,
Bill Campen,
and yourself in that era, just pitching, aside from the position players, who I could run through the litany of names there. 3-1 the count. And the pitch is down, ball 4. So the third walk already issued by Shelley, and runners are at the corners with nobody out for Grant Goodby, the first baseman at 254, a homer and 12 RBI. Now the question is, do you start Tubbs, who can run at some point in this at-bat?
I think you absolutely have to. Number one, to stay out of double play. And then number 2, he runs very well.
Runners with their leads, and the pitch up and in. Boy, he just doesn't have command right now.
No, he's struggling.
A ball and no strikes.
And he's up in his zone.
Shelley stretches, pitches off the fists, and he fouls it into the Vandebilt Catholic dugout. Jam shot, and it's 1-1. Boy, I think about that era in those teams. Let's see, Wayne Golden at third base, Jimmy Kropog at short. I think about, Timmy Richard probably.
Timmy Richard,
Chuck Melito.
Don Alvarez.
Don Alvarez, Chuck
Gus
Melito.
Molespin, David
Melito
Stokes.
played first base and played with you at Tulane.
Sure.
Ball outside, and it's 2-1. I think about Ronnie Savoy and Frank Judice.
Oh, yeah. All
and
played,
think
Frank
about
played
Gus
at LSU.
Molespin.
Gus Molespin was American Legion Player of the Year in '76.
Dominic Jambroni, 2-1 the count. Here it comes. Fisted again. Boy, second time he's been jammed off the fist. Now, are those the pitches jamming him, or is he jamming himself a little bit?
Well, it's hard to say. A lot of times a batter gets themselves out. Either with a change of speeds or he's long to the ball one time, and on that inside pitch, he can't get the fat part of the bat there.
2-2 the count. Tubbs is running. Pitch is swung on and foul back to the screen. So Tubbs will return to first with a count holding at 2-2. Yeah, you mentioned other names on the back end of that group. You had a guy like a David Stokes, who was a marvelous player.
Yes, played with me at Tulane. Was drafted, I forget by whom, after his senior year. We just had some great players that came through Rummel. Still do.
2-2 the count. Stretch pitch. And a ball hit very well to left field. Left fielder back. That's going to be over his head. It goes to the wall. One run is home. Second runner for third. A ringing double by Grant Goodby. This game is tied 1-1. That ball went to the Bruno sign and left. De La Salle really stinging the baseball.
De La Salle hitting the ball hard, and I mean, it's to their credit. But of course, Josh is having trouble getting the ball down in the zone. He's either down in the dirt or he's throwing the ball, belt high, and good hitters are going to hit that pitch.
Chance for a big inning now. Second and third, nobody out. And here's Hunter Polizano, second baseman. Polizano at 280. No homers, 4 driven in. Took a strike, so this time Shelley able to get ahead. First time that's happened in quite some time.
I think since the first batter.
First and third baseman cheating in, back at second and short. Center of the diamond will score a run. 0-1 the count. Down and out. Again, a nice block by David. He's getting a workout on those breaking balls, isn't he?
Great job by that catcher right there. But that's why they paid the big bucks.
Yeah, right. Not at this level. It's you coaches that make all the money. That's why you can retire from coaching. 1-1 the count. Squares to bunt, safety squeeze. Not a safety squeeze.
Oh.
Dead on arrival. Running back to third. Boy, that
Somebody
is
missed
huge.
the signal.
Suicide squeeze attempt. Catcher runs out of his shin guard, but still makes the play.
Yep. Somebody missed the signal on that one.
Boy, that is a big miss for De La Salle. Instead of the potential big inning, now it's runner at second, 1 out in a tie game.
Right.
And the catcher, David, has to reattach that shin guard,
right,
which basically came apart in that rundown. So again, you have to imagine it was a missed signal there.
Oh, sure. And unfortunately, Grant didn't move up to third base on that. You try and tell your runners you want to move up, so at least you got the guy at third here. But he certainly did crush that ball to left center field.
Runner didn't stay in the rundown that long either.
Correct.
Still waiting on David to get that shin guard reattached. Tied at 1 here in the second. And the winner of this series plays the winner of the University High and Haynes Academy series. Saw U High earlier this year. They're dynamite as usual. They actually came down here and lost to Rummel 2-1 in a really good ball game.
There are so many good small school baseball teams. I know down south, Berwick is a good team year after year after year.
2 balls and a strike. Runner at second, 1 out. Polizano waits. Here's the pitch. Grounded up the middle. Shortstop comes to get it. Cross the body throw is a good one by LePere. Nice play. Round number 2 on the play. Could be to third. Not an easy chance there.
No, but unfortunately, for De La Salle, that would have scored a run.
Right, middle of the diamond ground ball.
Sure. And the kids are taught, if you're going on the ground, when it's up the middle, if it gets by the pitcher, then you go.
Yep. 2 outs. Ivan Paz grounds one slowly past the mound. Trouble. Shortstop fields on the run. Made another nice play. Gets away from first. Run scores. De La Salle takes a 2-1 lead. Has to be a throwing error.
Correct.
On the pair. The tough chance having to come get it. Fielded it nicely, but on the run across his body. Could not make the accurate throw. Goodby scores, and it's 2-1 Cavaliers. So each team has scored on an errant throw.
Right. right, so each team has an unearned run. Pitcher's worst enemy.
Flip the lineup, and Izzy Fields will bat. Fields walked his first trip, took it outside, ball one. Vandebilt Catholic bullpen is going to get busy, it appears. Just sent a guy down there who's flexing as we speak, but not throwing yet. 1-0 the count. And now two balls and no strikes on Izzy Fields. And a strike call, 2-1. Two balls and a strike, and now 3-1 as he's up in the zone.
Yep, everything's up.
Field should see a good pitch to hit here on 3-1. Leisurely toss to first.
What you're telling your batter here, very simply, is you want to get a good pitch here. Don't chase anything when you're ahead of the count here. 3-1, get a good pitch that you can drive. If it's not there, don't swing.
And that's ball four, so another walk issued, and that's 4 already by Shelley, who's really scuffling. Runners first and second with 2 outs, and here's Gavin Freeman to the plate. Freeman hit the ball very well back in the first, as you recall. Flew out to deep left, good running catch by Detillier. Ivan Paz at second, Fields at first. Freeman takes a wild one. Runners are going to advance to second and third. Second wild pitch by Shelley.
And that's tough for any catcher to be trying to catch a breaking pitch outside of the left-handed batter's box. It's hard enough to block the ball when it's in the dirt, doing 80, 82 miles an hour. But now you add 3 feet up the first baseline, it's hard to block that.
1-0 on Gavin Freeman. Swings and shoots it to left again. Left fielder was deep over toward the line. There to make the catch is Detillier. Inning is over, but De La Salle takes the lead with 2 runs on 2 hits. There was a key error, and the Cavaliers strand 2. They've left 3. We've played 2. It's De La Salle 2, Vandebilt Catholic 1. Back in a moment at CrescentCitySports.com. Crescent City Sports Prep Baseball is presented by Ye Olde College Inn and Rock and Bowl. College Inn, a true New Orleans farm-to-table restaurant, open Tuesday through Saturday for dinner, and the home of the New Orleans Prep Sports Hall of Fame, Eel College Inn and Rock and Bowl. And our thanks to John Blanchard and Johnny Blanchard. Speaking of former Rummel stars, both of those guys.
Correct.
One who was a Loyola player, and John, and the other, Johnny at LSU. So, wonderful people. Appreciate their support.
Great folks.
Ready here in the third. Evan Frank leads it off. First pitch swinging, which they've done a lot.
Yep.
And an easy pop into short right. Long run. Second baseman gave up on it. And the right fielder, Paz, had to come a ton to get there for out number one. Now, that could have been a situation where Paz called him off because Polizano started for it and then just stopped.
Correct. And if you look at your flags, they're blowing in from right field right now. So, maybe the right fielder called it right away and the second baseman just peeled off. But it was certainly second baseman's ball.
Here's J.O. LaPere, singled to start the game and scored the Terriers' run. He singled up the middle. Second time through the lineup, the pitch. That is a strike from Cook to LaPere. Again, Vandebilt Catholic's been very aggressive in the count. Only 24 pitches here thus far for Cook in the third inning.
Correct.
Here's the 0-1. Down and out with a breaking ball, 1-1. Seems to throw more sliders than the slower breaking ball, the curveball.
Either that or he's throwing that slider or he's throwing more of a cutter. We're not really sure from up here, but it's something that's moving across the plate.
Fastball down, 2-1.
That was a fastball. Right. But he seems to have settled in and jumping ahead of the counts and making them hit his pitch.
It's a 2-1 pitch. And that is a strike over the outside edge, 2-2. And that 1 year in your high school, I think it was 74, that team went undefeated. That doesn't happen when a team goes undefeated throughout an entire prep season.
No.
Ziblich pitches a no-hitter in the state championship game.
Correct.
In the dirt, it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes.
We went 19-0 in prep.
Yeah.
And in that summer, we got 5 guys back from college to play Legion.
And went to the World Series.
Right, so we were pretty formidable that year.
If Jambroni doesn't get hurt, who knows, huh?
Who knows? We're facing.
Chopped up the middle right to Cook. Easy chance. Guns to first for the out. I like that. What I mean by that is he fielded it, and he didn't just take a few hops and throw the leisurely ball. He just went to his motion and threw a strike.
And that's what they should do. I mean, I know they see a bunch of things on TV, but, you should field the ball and throw it just in case something may happen.
Josh Shelley had a sac bunt back in the first, led to the run for the Terriers. Bats with the bases empty, 2 outs. And the pitch. Liner towards short.
First pitch again.
He fields it on a short hop, throws to first, and did not catch it in the air. Nice pickup by Goodby at first for the out. Inning is over. It's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Corey Cook, who set down 5 in a row. We go to the bottom of the third. Still De La Salle on top, 2-1 here at CrescentCitySports.com. Two to one, De La Salle as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Cavaliers are the heart of the order up here, and Cody Fonseca, Corey Cook, and Brandon Bryson against Josh Shelley, who's labored through 49 pitches in 2 innings to this point. Only 22 of those 49 have been in the strike zone. He's walked 4. He has not fanned anyone. And somewhat fortunate to only have given up 2 to this point. Here's Fonseca, walked his first time, chops it up the middle. That's trouble. Nice play by the shortstop.
Great play.
Terrific play by LePere to get Fonseca. Robs him for out number 1. Doesn't get much better than that.
That's a great play. Anytime you can move to your left like that and be able to do a 360 and spin and know where the base is going to be before you come out of your spin, that's a great play.
That'll work. Got to highlight that one, right? So, 1 out. Here's Corey Cook, grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the first. Kirsch-Rooney infield typically plays fast, Kenny. It's a grass field, but it plays fast. Here's a fly ball, right center field. Second baseman out. Outfield grass. Taking control nicely is Frank. Got to like that, seeing an infielder immediately take control and go out and get that ball.
Correct. You know, maybe he saw what happened to the other second baseman with that wind blowing in.
Absolutely.
Or the lack of communication thereof. But he did a great job of taking control right there and making that look like an easy play.
Quickly 2 gone, and here's Braden Bryson, and a breaking ball is a good one for a strike call. Shelley really needs a quick inning, and he's got a chance to have one here.
Correct.
No balls and a strike. Next one on the way. Nice breaking ball. 2 in a row he's thrown, so he's got the feel for that breaking ball now.
Right, and you know, if he can get out of this and keep it at 2-1, it's he may have finally settled down and started throwing his game.
Fisted foul, ran the fastball in on him. And the count remains 0-2 on Bryson. Oh and 2 the count. Up and in, 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes on Bryson. Fouled it back. Pitch up. Had his hack. Count holding at 1-2. We'll see the 6th pitch of the at-bat here.
Correct. He's having a great at-bat here.
Slightly closed stance. He stands upright. A little bit of a different approach. Hits it toward the left side. Knocked down Dufresne. Picks it up. Throws. Still
Nice
got
play.
his man. That's a good play by Dufresne. Really stellar infield play by Vandebilt Catholic here in the 3rd. Down in order go the Cavaliers. Let's go to the 4th. Still De La Salle 2, Vandebilt Catholic 1 at CrescentCitySports.com. Ready to roll here. It's 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors with 3 left for De La Salle. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left for Vandebilt Catholic as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Along with Kenny Forsang, I'm Ken Trahan. We're glad that you're with us here this evening. And we want to salute our good and great friends at Gills Bar. For more than half a century, Gills Bar offers services, solutions, and support for businesses and associations looking for happier constituents and healthier bottom lines. And headquartered on the North Shore. To learn more about how Gills Bar can help your business, visit gillsbar.com. Thanks to Gilsbar and Hank Miltenberger for their support of high school sports at CrescentCitySports.com. Hunter Porsche takes it way up and in. Back to the screen. 32nd pitch by Cook is a ball that's 1-0. Porsche grounded to third, his first time up.
Well, he hit the ball pretty well to third last time. It was that third inning went very well for the pitchers. Corey threw 8 pitches, and then Josh comes back and throws 7 in the bottom of the inning. So maybe they're both settling down now and throwing the ball very well.
Strike called outside edge of the knees. It's 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Bounced up there. It's 2-1.
Breaking pitch in the dirt. We keep track of the pitches now because there's new state rules about the amount of pitches you can throw in a game, and that number is 115. And that's strictly for the kids' arm care.
2-1. Missing down. So Cook, who's been ahead in the count, is now behind 3-1 to the leadoff hitter here in the 4th inning.
This is the first count that he's been behind on.
And he comes in with a heater, and it's 3-2. Porsche.
Well, nice to be able to go to that pitch at about 89 or 90 when you're behind the 3-1.
Nice weapon to have in your arsenal. Do a payoff pitch to Porsche. Here it is. Towards short. High hop. Fielded Freeman. Guns him for out number 1. Make it 6 straight retired by Cook. And now Colby Dufresne reached on an error in the first. That produced the roll and run for Vandebilt Catholic.
Yep. On an error. On a throwing error.
Yep.
Kirsch-Rooney's field is beautiful, by the way. I mean,
what a job.
You cannot play on a better surface than this right now.
Here's Dufresne. Breaking ball beat foul over toward the De La Salle dugout. No balls in a strike. Again, kudos to Joe Sherman and Mike Cholier. Do such a great job with maintaining this field and also making it the home of high school baseball here in the New Orleans area, hosting so many teams and games here. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Sails high and away for a ball. It's 1-1. We have this opportunity to salute Paul Kelly at De La Salle for the job he does and for allowing us to be here along with Ryan Manali, our good and great friend, and Roland Skinner for helping make this possible. In the air, very high, very playable. Tubbs coasts under it and makes the catch for out number 2. And now 7 straight retired by Cook. And even though he's overpowering in the strikeout department, he's pitching to contact here this evening and getting the job done.
As a pitcher, I would have loved to have had many strikeouts, but my philosophy was, let's get a 3-pitch inning. Let's go get some runs.
Here's Eli David, struck out swinging in the first. Cook the sign from Fonseca. And a fast strike. It's 0-1.
I love the line in Bull Durham where he says, pitching is a democracy. Baseball is a democracy where everybody gets involved. That's when everybody's having fun and alert.
0-1. Down and out for a ball.
Breaking pitch.
So many things about that movie. I could bring up 1,000 things, but my favorite entertainer was in that movie, Danny Gans, the late Danny Gans. It was phenomenal. Saw him in Las Vegas twice. He was so good. Minor league baseball player. Loved baseball, and that's how he ended up in that movie. 1-1 the count. Little known fact. Here it is. Jams him off the leg. That hurts.
That's going to hurt.
1-2 the count. So many guys at the major league level wear some kind of protection now from that very occurrence. Looked like that one got him around the knee or right below the knee.
On the inside of his knee or the inside of his calf or something. You know what? The one I don't like is the one on the elbow, because now you got kids that just stand up there and they'll get hit on the elbow because they got a pad on it.
Right.
Instead of getting out the way because it's not going to hurt.
Not pleasurable. Walk it off, run it off. I used to love the old days when they brought out that quote-unquote freeze spray.
Yes.
Oh, here you go. It's fine.
Yeah.
Kind of reminded me of Gus Partakalis and my big fat Greek wedding. Pulls out the Windex. There you go. Everything's better, man. I don't think so.
that freeze lasted about 15 seconds.
About 10 seconds.
Right.
Wow, that's cold. And then what did that do?
Nice break.
What Cook just did was strike out David on a beautiful breaking ball. His third strikeout, another 1-2-3 inning, and he's now set down a total of 8 straight. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's still De La Salle on top of Vandebilt Catholic. 2-1 here at Kirsch-Rooney Stadium on CrescentCitySports.com. Bottom of the 4th, 2-1 De La Salle on top of Vandebilt Catholic. Corey Cook's been very sharp thus far. He's really kept the ball in the zone, hasn't he?
Right. You know, he's thrown 2/3 of his pitches for strikes, and whenever you can do that, you know, you make it tough on the hitters because you know you're going to have to swing.
Ty Tubbs starts the bottom of the 4th, walked his first time. Shelley's first pitch is in there for a strike. Shelley had a 1-2-3 inning last inning and really found his breaking ball, and he delivers a good one here.
Yes. That was the difference last inning for him.
There's another one, but this is lined in the center of base hit. That's what you call a hanger.
Well,
and Tubbs hung it out to center.
That's right. You know, I mean, I try and tell my pitchers all the time, the pitch selection is never the problem. The problem is the location. You know, you can't throw a changeup belt high out over the plate. You better be, you know, from the catcher's knees down with that pitch, or you're going to get hit.
Grant Goodby ripped a double, a drive and a run in the 2nd, and scored a run. Takes it for a strike call.
Had a chance to coach Grant since he was about 14 over at Noka, over at the Big Easy with Joey Cabasaris. Great kid.
No balls and a strike. Open stance right side. Slight knee bend. Holds the bat up high. And takes it down.
Ooh.
Runner going, will steal second. He was going, so that's a stolen base.
Correct.
Picked a perfect pitch to run on, and Tubbs is at second with nobody out.
But, of course, as usual, it's a wild pitch.
Yeah, well, not that time. That's a stolen base. He was running.
Right.
So,
right.
But I hear what you're saying. Always will be, too, buddy. There is such a thing as a fastball. That was not one, though.
I haven't seen many.
That is down, and it's 2-1. Two balls and a strike on Grant Goodby. Play him slightly to pull.
Very deep and left.
After that first double he hit, you can understand why. Now it's 2-2.
Right. I think the left fielder's leaning on a Bruno sign out there.
I mean, comparing him to where the center fielder is, it's
correct.
Dramatic. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Long look, stepping off.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. If you're not sure, if you think he's taking too big leaps, step off.
2-2 the count. Down and in. Nice block by David. We said that a few times. It's full 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. De La Salle, tremendous tradition. Baseball, 6 state championships in this sport. In baseball, incredibly impressive. Payoff. He swings and cranks it foul, out of play. Watch the bus over there. Holding at 3-2. Vandebilt Catholic's been a state runner-up twice in its illustrious history.
2 great traditional programs. They're always good year in and year out. All they do is
De La Salle, a runner-up once, so they've won 6 out of 7 championship games. Look out. Would have been ball 4 anyway, but it hits Goodby. He trots to first, and now the Cavaliers have something working with 2 on, nobody out. And Hunter Polizano, let's see if this is a bunt situation for Hunter. You would imagine so.
I mean, I would think so. You know, you're getting a little bit later into the ball game, and you're down in the bottom of the order at number 8. So I would be surprised if they don't try some type of a bunt.
Here's Polizano with nobody out. Infield, third baseman Dufresne in on the grass. First baseman Hammer cheats in. Shelley taking his time will stretch. Polizano's going to bunt. It's way high. Pops out of the catcher's glove, 1-0. Runner at second. Tubbs thought about it, but wisely held on. Shelley. Long look into David. Finally agrees. Again, it's high as he showed bunt. It's 2-0.
You know, sometimes that's the hardest thing in the world is to throw that doggone ball over the plate with a guy bunting. Just, use the bat as a target. Let him bunt. Let's take it out here.
2 balls and no strikes. Polizano waiting. Shelley obliging. And that is a strike. He took it, and it's 2-1. And as a coach, that's what you don't want to see is when a guy's up there to bunt to take a strike. 2 balls and a strike. Gives you 1 chance now,
right,
basically, to get it down. Two-1. Beautiful bunt. Shelley to first, got the out. Extremely well done by Polizano. Second and third, 1 out. We've seen some really good bunts in this game.
Seen some really good bunts, seen some great defensive plays. That was a nice play by that pitcher. He made that look pretty easy.
Ivan Paz will bat, but will it be against this pitcher? G. Cassard is to the mound, and it looks like he's going to make a change.
And let's remember, last time we were in this position, they tried a suicide squeeze, and there was some mix-up on the signals.
So that will be it for Josh Shelley, who's able to go 3 1/3 innings in this one, and it looks like Zachary Ruggiero will come in. Left-hander will take over here. Give De La Salle a totally different look from the left side. Can't close the book on Shelley. Is responsible for the 2 runners on base as we speak. Struggled with his command. He hit a batter and walked 4. He had a couple of wild pitches while he was out there. Did not record a strikeout. And now Zachary Ruggiero takes over. Ruggiero with 11 appearances, 8 starts. Ruggiero 2-2 on the year with a 4.05 earned run average. In 38 innings, he's allowed 30 hits, 33 runs, 22 of which have been earned. Here's the problem. He's walked 31 in those 38 innings, but he has 66 strikeouts in 38 innings pitched. Also has 11 wild pitches, which is important to remember with a runner at third here. So
correct.
It's the good and the bad there. The walks and the wild pitch is very high, but the strikeouts also very high. And he's hit 6 guys. So it looks to me like he's an eliminator. He'll throw the ball by you, or he'll struggle with his command.
Well, I mean, he's obviously got something that's able to get guys to strike out on his pitch, whether it's a curveball or his velocity. De La Salle does not have a left-handed hitter. So it's going to be lefty against righty the rest of the way. He has good velocity. His curveball looked like it had a good break on it.
Thanks to Margaret Johnson and Vandebilt Catholic as well. And I mentioned G. Cassard. Deeply appreciate them. Jobs that they do and allowing us to be part of what we have here tonight. Conversation, catcher and pitcher. That concludes. David Woodrow, the president, Jeremy Gelner, the principal, and Vandebilt Catholic. Yvonne Paz will bat second and third, one out. Paz reached on an error back in the second. That scored a run. Stretch pitch. Down a ball, 1-0.
Good velocity.
Yep. As mentioned, you can tell why the strikeouts are what they are.
Mm-hmm.
And he really needs the strikeout here.
And you know, he's sneaky quick. He's really quick to the plate.
1 ball and no strikes. From the belt to the plate. Outside 2-0. As a coach, you have to really manage the game when you have a best-of-3 series because you don't want to throw it all away in one game, and yet you also want to win game one. It's very important.
Correct. So if he is your one of your better relievers, you may not want to throw him.
Strike called.
2, 3, 4 innings tonight. And again, going back to the number of pitches that's thrown.
Well, I think it's all relative to where the game is. This is a winnable game, a one-run game in the 4th inning. If you got a big spread, it might be different in terms of how you approach it. Decisions. Glad I'm up here. 2-1 runner coming home again as they try the squeeze again. And this time he got a piece of it and fouled it. If at first you don't succeed, right?
Try it again. That's absolutely right. Of course, poor Mr. Tubbs was coming down the line again.
2-2 the count. I know he was happy to see that ball bunted out. Contact made. 2-2 the count. Otherwise, we would have had an instant replay. Not of the variety he would appreciate. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Paz. Ruggiero in relief of Shelley. Ready. And pitching. High. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Breaking pitch.
There is a base open, but he wants to get Paz here.
I don't know if you want to walk number 9 and get to number 1.
3-2 the count. Porsche shallow in center. Infield is in. Time called. In at all 4 positions on the infield against Paz. Driven in 2 on the year. Big chance here. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Breaking ball high. Bases are loaded with 1 out. And the leadoff man, Izzy Fields, will bat. Fields has batted twice, walked twice. He's got 13 driven in. Big opportunity here.
Well, they got 1 out. He still has second and short, playing back for double play. Has the corners in to maybe go home the first on a ball hit right at them.
Runners leading from every base. Ruggiero from the stretch and to the plate. Down and out, ball 1. We told you that the walk numbers were a problem.
Sure.
To the mound goes David.
And I made a mistake. Izzy is a left-handed hitter.
Yes, he is. Is he or isn't he? He is.
He is.
Thank you. Bases loaded, 1 out. 2-1 De La Salle. Bottom of the fourth. Fields trying to add to the lead. 1-0. Grounded. Third base side, knocked down, fair ball. Run will score. That's an RBI single for Fields, and it's a 3-1 ball game. And Dufresne diving to his right.
Saved the double.
Saved a double there. As Tubbs scores, could be to third. Haas to second. Fields with his 14th run driven in. Bases still loaded, 1 out for Gavin Freeman, who's twice flied to left and hit the ball pretty well.
He's been swinging the bat very well tonight.
Runners lead. Here's the pitch. Freeman took it down. It's ball 1. Swings and fouls it down the third base side. Had a good rip. It's 1-1.
Good swing on that.
Count even at a ball and a strike.
Same situation defensively. Second and shorter back for the double play. First and third are in at the corners. Now there's something going on down. Got to get the players in the dugout maybe? Yes.
Yes. A ball and a strike. A run is home. It's a 2-run edge for De La Salle, trying to open this game up here in the fourth. Gavin Freeman takes a breaking ball high. 2 balls and a strike.
He's thrown 3 breaking pitches, all for balls. So he's got to find that pitch in order to get himself a good ground ball for a double play.
Runners lead again from every base on 2-1. Here's another. That bounced up there. I think that got a piece of the shin guard and prevented a wild pitch. Umpire has to walk it off. Served as a backstop there and might have saved Vandebilt Catholic a run.
And I don't care what anybody says, even with those shin guards on, when you get hit square, it hurts.
Now 3-1, and Mullen Skinner wisely. You want to tell Gavin Freeman, look, you want one pitch in one location. Don't help him here on 3-1. He's struggling to find the zone.
Correct. Or either that, or this is a great time for a play that we put in, where you let everybody know in the ballpark you're squeezing, and when the pitcher pitches out, you pull the bat back and you walk a run in.
That's an interesting dynamic.
And if he throws a strike, you bunt it.
Right. 3-1 the count on Freeman. I believe he's swinging. Here it is. He pops it up. Short right. That won't get it done. Second baseman there to make the catch. It's a big out for Ruggiero as he gets Freeman for out number 2, and now it takes a 2-out hit from Cody Fonseca, who has walked and was robbed on an outstanding play by J.L. Lapierre back in the 3rd inning on a ball hit up the middle. Boy, there's been a couple of occasions where De La Salle had a chance to really open this game up.
Yes.
Second inning could have been a huge inning. They got 2. This inning, bases loaded, 1 out. They've gotten 1, but a chance to get out of it here for Ruggiero, who stretches and pitches. Swinging a foul. It's 0-1. Fonseca leading the team in RBI with 30. So he's the guy you want up there if you're Roland Skinner.
Yeah, this is the guy that you want up there in this situation to hit a gapper, maybe with a chance to clear the bases and really open this game up.
No balls and a strike. Fonseca back in. Steps off. Now back on. Oh, 1 pitch. Fastball, strike called inside edge.
Great spot.
Ruggiero now ahead 0-2 with one pitch away from getting out of this mess.
That was right under the batter's hands. He was kind of handcuffed if he had swung. Great pitch.
No balls and 2 strikes. Fonseca waits. Ruggiero delivers. Ground ball up the middle, hit hard. A diving stop. What a play,
great play
by Frank to LaPierre. Saves 2 runs. Remember that. Huge play by Frank. In the inning, a run scores on 2 hits, no errors, sterling defense, and 2 men left on base. We go to the 5th. It's 3-1. De La Salle over Vandebilt Catholic. And you're watching it at CrescentCitySports.com. Close the book on Josh Shelley. 3 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. Walked 4, struck out none. 2 wild pitches and a hit batsman. Could lose, cannot win. And Ruggiero gets out of it with help of a fantastic defensive play by Evan Frank. The second sterling play by their infield in this game. And that's really kept Vandebilt Catholic in this game.
Correct. 2 times De La Salle had a chance to blow this open, and great defensive plays help BC get out of it. Josh had trouble jumping ahead of the count tonight and just walked too many people. But again, we're still in a ball game. He battled hard.
Down and out, ball 1 to Gavin Daigle from Corey Cook. Only his 45th pitch of the game.
Right. But going back to Josh, give him credit because he battled without his best stuff tonight.
1-0 is grounded back to Cook. Easy chance, runs it, flips it underhand, 1 gone. So Cook continues his outstanding pitching. He's now set down 9 in a row. And here's C.J. Detillier. Grounded to first his first time. University High head coach Justin Morgan here watching tonight. Does a great job with that Cub program. Again, they'll play Haynes Academy with the winner of that best of 3 to play the winner of this one in the quarterfinals. There's a bunt toward first. It is a foul ball. Got to go get it because it could kick back on that dirt, but it's 0-1. Seen that happen here at Kirsch-Rooney.
When I was playing at Tulane, we go play University of Nevada, Las Vegas. We're losing 7-0. And we have bases loaded, 2 out as a bunt like that. And the third baseman kind of lollygags after it. Kicks back in fair. All 3 runs score. We come back. We beat them 9-8 on a play very
similar
to that.
Yeah, sure. No balls and a strike on Detillier. Good idea to bunt when you're having trouble against this pitcher.
You get somebody on base.
0-1. Breaking ball. Good movement, but just missed. It's 1-1. Still like the sharp movement on that pitch.
Great pitch. His curveball's probably about, 80-ish, 79-ish.
1-1 is a fastball up, 2 balls and a strike. Vandebilt Catholic got its run in the first. An unearned run. De La Salle got 2 in the second, 1 in the fourth. Here's the 2-1. Fastball, strike called. It's 2-2. got to give props to this crew from Hammond. They've done a good job. Balls and strikes have been pretty spot on, too, from our perspective.
Yes, great umpiring.
Love to give umpires credit because they take such a beating on a regular basis, including from guys like us, but give credit where credit's due.
Absolutely.
2-2 on Detillier. Pitch on the way. Struck him out. There's that sweeping breaking ball. Great movement. Boy, that's a tough pitch. Can't do anything with that. 2 gone.
Well, you know,
10 in a row now he's set down.
Correct. And as a batter, you're setting up for that 89, 90 mile an hour fastball. So you really get thinking to be quick with my hands. Then he throws you the 79 breaking pitch away. I mean, it's almost unfair.
Here's Brennan Hammer, struck out swinging in the second inning, and here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, threw the fastball by him. 0-1 the count. I can't wait till he throws that sharp slider to him so I can say he dropped the hammer on Hammer. Been waiting for that. Fastball, he's not helping me. 1-1. Come on, Corey, get the memo.
Well,
ball on a strike.
He is just humping up and through those last 2 fastballs. That's his best 2 fastballs of the game.
1-1. Fast strike, and it's 1-2.
All right, let's see what happens here. Let's see if he drops that hammer.
Showing them all fastballs thus far, right? 1-2 the count. Here it comes. There it is.
Oh.
Off the pitcher. Nice play by Cook. Boy, that's good reflexes, right?
Correct.
Really nicely done by Corey Cook to field his position, help himself. He's now set down 11 straight Terriers. Time to take a stretch in Lakeview, where it's 3-1 De La Salle over Vandebilt Catholic. Back in a moment at CrescentCitySports.com. Bottom of the 5th, De La Salle on top of Vanderbilt Catholic. 3-1, Ken Trahan, Kenny Forsang with you from Rag Sherman Field at Kirsch-Rooney Stadium. And here in the bottom of the 5th, Corey Cook will lead it off. Braden Bryson, Ty Tubbs will follow against Zachary Ruggiero, who got out of that bases-loaded last half inning. Keep his team squarely in this game. You know, you just have, the game feels like De La Salle's really controlled it, but they're only up 2. And it's anybody's game. Cook is grounded into a double play and popped to second. Swings at the first one and fouls it back.
De La Salle has controlled it. But you know as well as I do, you know, a walk batter, a hit batter, an error here can just turn the tide so quickly.
Oh, 1. Breaking ball hit the plate, bounces up in the air.
Boy, big speed difference between his fastball and his breaking pitch.
1-1 the count. Cook taking his time settling back in. He'd like to reach base and then get a courtesy runner. There's the 1-1 pitch. That's down a ball 2-1. I want to ask you that too. It's a pet peeve of mine. I cannot stand these high school rules with all these courtesy runners, with all the players leaving the game. Then they can re-enter the game. I don't think it's baseball. Down a ball 3-1.
Well,
and you say as a coach?
I'd rather play regular baseball rules, but it does give you a chance to get some other kids in a game that normally wouldn't get in a game.
Fair enough.
And that's what I think the whole reason for that. And of course, it speeds the game up too when you got your catcher on. Where your catcher can come off and get his gear on.
Out of play, and it's full 3-2. It's a very lucid argument, which I still refute completely. It's not baseball.
Well, I don't like the other rules where we used to be able to break up a double play. You can't do that anymore.
Can't do that anymore.
I remember taking the football dummy and rolling it to our shortstops and our second baseman so they could learn how to jump over a guy sliding into him.
3-2 the count. On Cook leading off the bottom of the fifth inning. Payoff pitch up the middle. Second baseman ranges, got a hop. Frank a throw. Nicely done. One out. This infield is, other than one play, looks really good, right?
I mean, they have played outstanding. I mean, that wasn't that easy of a play going to his right there.
Braden Bryson has doubled and scored. Grounded to third.
It goes back to the appeals play, too, that they changed the rules on and went back to the old rules. For numerous years.
Strike called 0-1.
On a curveball. For numerous years, they put that in the hands of the umpire instead of teaching the kids how to appeal a play.
No balls and a strike. Here's another. Down, it's 1-1.
Of course, as coaches, we get confused with the rules sometime too, between Legion and Babe Ruth and regular high school. You don't know what rules you're playing sometime.
1-1 is a fast strike. It's 1-2. Right. I just think you play uniform rules at every level and you don't have confusion. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Great breaking ball. Did he tip it? They're saying he tipped it.
Foul ball.
So foul ball. He stays to the play 1-2. I mean, you confuse the fans, but the other thing is you can manipulate this thing. Just go get a speed guy. Have him as your courtesy runner over and over again.
Correct.
To me, that's ridiculous. 1-2 the count. Here it is. Down and in, 2-2.
Can I tell you how many Everett football players wanted to come just be runners for us?
None.
Oh, they wanted to come run, but that's all they wanted to do.
Yeah. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another. Hard hit liner in the right field. Right fielder comes. Can't get it. Base hit. Well, he was able to knock it down because if that ball gets by him, we might be talking about a triple, if not an inside the park.
Not inside the park. That's right.
Bryson with a hard hit base hit, his second hit of the game, and the 5th hit for the Cavaliers. And now Ty Tubbs, who's had a productive game with a walk and a base hit, a stolen base, and a run scored, will bat. Good job by Bryson of staying inside the ball there and taking it the other way.
Taking it the other way, absolutely. Ball was moving away from him.
Look out. It's 1-0. On Tubbs. And the 1-0. Crowds him. Inside edge strike. It's 1-1.
Great spot. I mean, if he can stay in that spot, that's tough to hit that pitch.
No chance to get extended.
None.
1 ball and 1 strike. Another pitch. Fly ball hit pretty well right center field. Center fielder back, right fielder back, right fielder for the catch. Daigle handles it, gets it back in. And a little bit of hang time.
Yeah, that was into the wind.
2 gone as Tubbs made good contact, but is retired. Grant Goodby bats. He had the RBI double in the second. Scored a run. Was hit by a pitch in the 4th. That's with 2 outs. Let's see if they want to run Bryson here with 2 outs. Fastball, good pitch, 0-1.
Inside part. cannot let Grant get his arms extended with his power.
No balls and a strike. With another. Look out. Hits him for the second time in the game. Does the pitching of Vandebilt Catholic. Different pitcher hitting him this time, but nonetheless, second time he struck. Hitters don't like being hit by pitches, especially twice in a game.
Yeah, well, I mean, he got hit with a curveball on that one. I mean, you're not going to, if you're going to send a purpose pitch, you're not going to send a curveball as a purpose pitch.
Of course not. 2 on, 2 outs. Hunter Polizano bats.
And, of course, down by 2 runs. I don't think Vandebilt Catholic have 14.
There's your courtesy runner, Perkins Broussard. Run at second. So Broussard, the runner at second. Polizano comes and has a word with his coach. Runners first and second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning of a 3-1 game. Taking a lot of time, Ruggiero finally stretches and brings it. Fastball strike called, 0-1. No balls and a strike. Another pitch. Fastball down, 1-1.
Great location, though. I mean, he's not missing by much on that pitch.
Ball and a strike. Polizano waits for the 1-1. And here it is. Breaking ball, and it nicked him. Hit by a pitch, and the bases are loaded for the second straight inning. This time with 2 outs, and Ivan Paz will have an opportunity. It's 3 hit batsmen now by Vandebilt Catholic pitching. That'll prompt a visit to the mound.
3 hit batters and 4 walks. You can't give good teams that many base runners.
And 1 error, so
so
it's 8 free base runners.
Correct.
Thus all the traffic on the bases here.
And again, fortunately, Vandebilt Catholic has made some great plays to keep runs from scoring. I also love the old school look of Vandebilt Catholic with the baseball pants worn as knickers, with the socks showing.
Yeah, I like that too. You got to come see Delgado play because that's the uniform. That's what they wear, and that's the way it's mandated, and everyone shows the stirrups.
And that's what we did at Everett. That was something that, and actually the kids wanted to do it.
It's a great look.
It's a great look. Vandebilt Catholic has been messing with disaster.
We're going to have another runner.
Another runner for.
This time it's going to be Goodby coming out, and running will be number 10, Tyler Delaney will run at second.
And then, of course, like we were talking about with the high school rules, Goodby can re-enter.
Correct.
Whereas in regular baseball rules, he'd be done.
Correct.
All right.
Which I think is ridiculous. So, but that's me. I'm going to keep beating that drum long as I have a microphone. Here's Paz, bases loaded, 2 outs. Ready the pitch. And he's low, and it's 1-0. Once again, De La Salle has Vandebilt Catholic on the ropes, as they have a couple of times in this game.
Correct.
1 ball and no strikes. Down and in, 2-0. And if you're Paz, you've got to make him throw one here, don't you?
Absolutely. And as a coach, of course, defensively, I'm thinking, My pitcher's struggling. Do I need to make a pickoff call somewhere, either with the pitcher or with the catcher?
I think you take this pitch regardless.
You have to maybe
2-0
take
the count. Here it is. And that is a strike of the knees, 2-1. Was taking.
And as a non-hole hitter, I might be taking again.
Well, now 2-1. I think he's swinging.
I think he will be.
2 balls and a strike. Runners at every base. Ruggiero stretching. And the 2-1. That is down. It's 3-1. Big pitch coming in the ball game here.
Got to put the play. Got to put the ball in play here. No place to put them.
3 balls and a strike. Here it is. Foul back to the screen. He was hacking. So now we have the merry-go-round. Begins. 3-2, 2 outs. Everybody takes off. Broussard from third. Delaney from second. Polizano from first. With 2 outs, Paz. Decision time. Ruggiero ready. Runners lead. There they go. And ball 4. Might have hit him, right? So hit him anyway. It would have been ball 4. Yet another hit batsman, which is the third. And it's a 4-1 ball game. RBI for Paz. His third of the year. Wouldn't have mattered. It would have been ball 4, but it's a hit by pitch. And a 4-1 ball game. And now you flip the lineup, and Izzy Fields, who's been on all 3 times, will have a chance to add to it. He's walked twice and singled.
Third hit batter of the inning, 4th overall. Back to the top of the lineup, still bases loaded, 2 out.
Here's Fields, 1 for 1 with 2 walks. Fastball foul back, good cut, 0-1. Bases still loaded. We've said that a lot, haven't we?
It seems like all night long.
No balls and a strike. Breaker blocked by David nicely. Look at the way he shifted his weight there.
Absolutely.
In front of that ball.
I mean, because the ball was in the right-hand batter's box. Great job right there by that young man.
1-1 on Izzy Fields. It's 14 RBI now. Remember, he had that RBI single in the 4th. Looking for 2-out magic here. Swings and shoots one to right field for a base hit. 1 run home. Second runner for the plate. He scores. And De La Salle has opened it up. 6-1 now. A 2-run single by Fields. His second and third RBI of the game. He's 2 for 2. What a game he's having. Izzy Fields delivers the big 2-out hit. Of course, the 2-out RBIs are what separate winners from losers.
Correct. And that second baseman did another great job of getting over there. The ball kind of went under him as he dove. I thought he had a shot at getting that one too.
Nearly did. 6-1 now. Gavin Freeman looks for more. Fly to left twice, pop to second. Ruggiero ready. And pitching. And that's a strike called over the outside edge. Left fielder has him as a dead pull hitter. So there's a tremendous gap in left center, especially with the center fielder playing shallow.
Playing shallow and straight away. And left fielder has him deep to pull.
Runner goes from first, pitches high and away. They're going to throw through. He'll get caught in a rundown, and that's going to bring a run to the plate. Save! At home plate. De La Salle steals a run to make it 7-1. We get the double steal. Paz home. Fields to second. Well executed. Throw wasn't handled cleanly, and that ended any chance Vandebilt Catholic had of getting the runner at the plate.
Yeah, the throw was made correctly down where he was going to make a tag, but he was trying not to make a tag, but to catch it and throw back to home plate.
(7-1) now, and there's a strike, and it's 1-2 on Freeman. Fields now in scoring position with another runner out there that could be brought home with a base hit. Freeman, 16 RBI on the year. A ball and 2 strikes. Ruggiero pitching, and a breaking ball down and in. It is 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That almost hit the batter, too.
Yep.
Just got to make a little bit of adjustment on his breaking pitch. It's just breaking too far in on those right hands.
2-2 the count with 2 outs. Here it is. Down 3-2. Fonseca would be next. Three balls and 2 strikes. Sign given. Payoff pitch. Fastball hit high and deep to left center field. Toward that gap we talked about. Right. And it's going to get down. Exactly what we talked about. Ringing double for Freeman. I thought the alignment was strange and it burned the Terriers. And it's 8-1 as Freeman gets his 17th RBI with a 2-out double.
Well, that's exactly what we talked about. The left fielder was pulled way toward the foul line and deep. Your center fielder was shallow and straight away. And the ball landed in left center field for a double.
So Ruggiero is going to leave. And they'll employ their 3rd pitcher of the game. Will the Terriers here in the ball game as the new pitcher coming on looks like Caleb Ogle is going to take to the mound. So Ruggiero is done. After going 1 1/3 innings, gave up 4 hits to this point, 5 runs. And now Ogle takes over. Caleb Ogle, right-hander, has made 4 appearances, no record, 6.30 earned run average, 3 1/3 innings, 1 hit, 3 runs earned. He's walked 7, struck out 4. So clearly not going with one of their top options. This gets back to what I said earlier. In a best-of-3 series, you have to make decisions about when to go all in and when not to go all in terms of who you utilize.
Correct. You know, down now by 7 runs. Let's get somebody just to use up some innings here, and then we can be able to play again on Friday because it looks like the monsoons are coming tomorrow.
In the 5th inning, when you've only got 2 at-bats remaining against a pitcher that's dominating, set down at 11 in a row, the odds are not very good.
No.
To say the least.
No.
Ogle finishing his warm-up tosses. Yeah, I mean, this has been a game where Vandebilt Catholic's been teetering on the brink throughout. De La Salle's had several chances to really open this game up, and they finally broke through here. And they're doing it all with 2 outs, Kenny.
That's right. That's true. I mean, the leadoff hitter got out, then they got a base hit, and then they flew out the right field. They had 2 outs with a guy on first. And done all this with 2 outs. So, of course, 3-hit batters don't help.
Nope.
I had Ruggiero with 50 pitches.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty certain he may be able to come back on Friday. I think it's under 55. You need 1 day rest.
Yep. Fonseca will bat. The runner's second and 2 outs. He's walked, grounded out twice.
The pitcher cannot use the glove he had on it. He had either some white or gray leather on it, so he's got to switch gloves.
Interesting.
Well, but it's okay for batters to use gloves and pine tar, but pitchers can't have anything like that. Can't put the Vaseline on the baseball anymore like Gaylord Perry used to do.
Yeah, I hear you. Fonseca bats, runner second, 2 outs, and high, 1-0. Ninth batter to hit in the inning.
I mean, Vandebilt Catholic just has not pitched well tonight. It's that simple.
Yep. Struggle from the start.
Mm-hmm.
Ball and no strikes. And another. Out of play. It's 1-1.
Now, let me tell you something. The Dallas out takes their money's worth when they swing.
Ball and a strike. Odell trying to get out of this mess. Salle hoping to continue to play add-on with 5 runs home in the inning and an 8-1 lead. Fastball down, 2-1. Games 2 and 3, if necessary, to be played on Friday in this series.
Will that be played here at Kirsch-Rooney?
Yes. Okay. 4 o'clock Friday and then 7 if needed.
Another
hit batter. That would be 5 in the game by Vandebilt Catholic pitching. So first and second, 2 outs, and now Corey Cook, who started the inning with a ground out, will bat. Will get another runner, it appears. For the Cavaliers is number 12, Grant Gibo will run it first. So Gibo runs it first.
The batter, pitcher number 3, Corey Cook.
That allows Fonseca to get to the dugout, get the gear on.
And move the game along. One of the reasons for the courtesy runners.
Keep it. Here's Cook. Fastball inside to Corey. 0 for 3. He's grounded into a double play. Popped out, grounded out.
Now, you'd be one of the first ones complaining if high school games started to go 4 hours.
Well, I didn't need a courtesy runner because I could run. Of course, that was a long time ago. Here's a little looper toward right. That's going to find green space. Cook will deliver another run. Corey Cook with an RBI single. And the big inning continues. 9-1 De La Salle. Cook drives in his 25th of the year. On the third goes Gibo. And now Bryson bats. He singled and scored earlier this inning. And yet another runner, but you knew that was coming. This is Louis Chacona the third.
Well, the pitcher needs his rest.
I got it.
Got to get his water in there.
Well, if you're going to allow a runner, just one, it would be for the pitcher. I could probably live with that for whatever it's worth. Now you know what an extra base hit would do here, don't you?
Yeah, the game's over.
Right.
And this guy could do it.
Bryson, pitch, down and out. Runner thought about breaking from first, holds on. It's 1-0. Of course, Kenny will be down to visit with the winning coach and our star of the game. Right now for De La Salle, I'd have to say Corey Cook and Izzy Fields. Fields with 3 RBI, 2 hits. And of course, Cook's pitched wonderfully. There's a strike. It's 1-1. One ball and 1 strike. Look out, it's 2-1. Two balls and a strike. And another. Swing and a miss through the fastball 5. Got him at first. Didn't get the tag on him, though. Good throw by David. Couldn't quite get the tag on him, though. And it's
first baseman did a great job of spinning, but you got to get the glove down to get the ball down to the runner.
2-2 the count, 2 on, 2 outs. Bryson waits the pitch. And down, it's 3-2. And now the runner at first. Chacona, the third, will get a running start.
Now a base hit may score. A base hit in the left center, right center.
First and third, 2 outs, 3-2 the count. Ready once again. Payoff pitch on the way, runner goes, swing and a miss. Inning over, chase the high heat. To end the inning, but what an inning. 11 men come to the plate, 6 runs cross the plate in the inning on 4 hits, no errors, 2 left for De La Salle. They've left 8 in the game, but after 5, Cavaliers in control, 9-1 over the Terriers. Back in a moment at CrescentCitySports.com. On to the 6th inning, De La Salle in command, 9-1. Ken Trey and Kenny Forsang. And we've got interesting moves being made here. Corey Cook is going to leave the mound and go to first base. And the new pitcher is going to be Victor Cerise. First, we'll tell you about Cerise on the year. 8 appearances, no record, 3.15 earned run average, 20 innings, 23 hits, 9 runs earned. He's walked 6, struck out none. So 55 pitches in the game for Cook. That's all he needed. And here's why I'm pointing that out. It's a 3-game series.
Correct.
He could come back on Friday in game 2.
In game
if
2
you need a game 2.
Game 3.
Or game 3 if you need a game 3 because he only used 55 pitches.
Sure.
Or because he's still in the game at first base, if trouble brews, he could go back to the mound in this game. So I think this is a really good move by Roland Skinner.
And you see at this point in time, too, you know, Tubbs is a very good pitcher, too. That they could go to for, 20 pitches.
Ground ball towards short. Coming to get it. Freeman guns it. 1 pitch, 1 out. Frank retired.
Cerise is going to come out and throw strikes.
Yeah, he's doesn't throw hard at all,
Nope.
but he does not fear the strike zone or hitters. He will let you put the ball in play. I've seen him pitch a couple of times, and he does a good job as the numbers indicate. Totally different look, too, I might add.
Well,
going to look about 20 miles an hour less.
Oh, I mean, it looks like all changeups.
Here's LePere, and that is outside and high ball 1. LePere singled and scored, grounded out.
When we played De La Salle, we saw Tubbs, who's a stiff thrower, and then he came in, and I think in 2 innings, he
line drive, base hit, center field.
He threw a whopping 15 pitches. We had 6 pop-ups.
LePere with his 2nd hit of the game is aboard. Only the 3rd hit for the Terriers, and he's got 2 of them. And here's Josh Shelley. He's had a sacrifice, and he's grounded out.
Pinch hitter.
Now, this is Shelley.
Okay, well then.
Might have a runner.
Might have a runner.
Not sure why they want to run for the leadoff man, so I'm not sure what's happening here.
I don't know.
Coach Cassard signaling to
Oh,
the bullpen.
to the
That's
bullpen.
what he's doing. Okay.
Yeah, to throw.
So they'll get a hurler up in the bullpen. Check that out for you. Here is Shelley. Here is the pitch. Off speed is in there for a strike. We'll say off speed regularly here. 0-1 the count.
It was a strike. That was the important thing.
Absolutely. Said that before. He has no fear of throwing the ball over the plate. This is high. Snap throw to first. Pretty close, but back. Ball on a strike. They have a pitcher in the bullpen, Owen Scheckschneider, but he's not throwing right now. 1-1 the count. Here it comes. It is high again. 2-1. As a hitter, you just have to keep your hands back.
You just got to say to yourself, hit the ball back through the middle. You don't want to start to pull everything because that flies that front shoulder open and you start popping things up.
2-1. 3-1 now. That's exactly what LePere did.
Mm-hmm.
Lining one up the middle.
Just went right back through the middle. That's what you got to do with a guy that throws softly or that throws a good changeup or a good breaking pitch. Just stay and just go back through the middle with him.
And he didn't go. And they appeal. First base umpire's not even acknowledging it. They keep asking. He's not acknowledging it. I mean, it's like you might want to say something, right? There you go.
There you go.
Finally. It says no swing and ball 4. I don't know if he was watching or not. 2 on, 1 out.
I don't know.
And here's Hunter Porsche.
That was strange.
Here's Porsche's grounded out twice. Waited on that, fouled it back. 0-1. Porsche with 24 RBI. Good hitter. Chance here with 2 on. First time they've had more than one base runner since the first inning.
Yes.
Keep in mind that Cook retired the last 11 he faced. High, a ball, 1-1.
Cook became dominant in that third inning.
Fouled, and it's 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 on and 1 out. And he nubs it toward the mound. Cerise looked at third, turns and gets the runner at first. 2 gone. All you're looking for is an out there.
Get an out.
So 2 gone. And here's Dufresne. It's reached on an error, flied out. Base hit could net the Terriers a pair here. And ball 1. Now it's 2-0 as Fonseca had to go get that one. Two balls and no strikes on Colby Dufresne. And he swings and flies it into left field. Should be handled. Tubbs is there, and he's put it away. Scoreless frame for Cerise. No runs. 1 hit, no errors. 2 men left on base. We're going to the bottom of inning number 6, and it's 9-1 De La Salle. Back in a moment at CrescentCitySports.com. Bottom of the sixth, De La Salle in command, 9-1. Ken Trahan, Kenny Forsang, and Vandebilt Catholic will go to its fourth pitcher of the game. This will be the right-hander Owen Scheck-Snyder, who takes over. Scheck-Snyder getting the call. Scheck-Snyder on the year, 5 appearances, no record, 1.17 earned run average. 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. He's walked 1, struck out 6. Has hit a batter. His first pitch here is a ball to start the bottom of the sixth. To Ty Tubbs. Tubbs has singled and walked, 1 for 2. This one missed away. It's 2-0. Two balls and no strikes on Tubbs, starting the bottom of the sixth. Scheck-Snyder stepped off. Now he'll toe the rubber. Big guy out there on the mound, imposing. There's the 2-0. That is down and out. It's 3-0. Three balls and no strikes. Now the 3-0 pitch, and that's in there for a strike, 3-1.
Big guy that throws stiff.
The 3-1, way outside, back to the screen. Leadoff man is aboard for the Cavaliers. Too many free base runners issued by Vandebilt Catholic in this game. And here is Grant Goodby, who's doubled, scored a run, driven in a run, been hit by a pitch twice, and scored another run the second time he was hit by a pitch. Tubbs a lead. Down a ball, 1-0. Scheck-Snyder struggling to find the zone. Ball got by on the throwback, but retrieved. A ball and no strikes. Long look, stretch. Here it comes. And that missed the inside edge, 2-0.
Tell you what, the umpire behind the plate's been very, very consistent tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it's a strike one time, it's been a strike all night long. And as a coach, that's all you can ask for.
2-0 pitch, and that's down and out, 3-0. So Scheck-Snyder just unable to locate here. 3-0 the count. Ready once again. Here's the 3-0. That is a strike, 3-1. Polizano on deck. Three balls and one strike. Right-hander ready and pitches. Fouled, back to the screen. It's full. 3-2 on Grant Goodby. I'm a pretty happy guy of baseball this day, watching my Cardinals sweep the Brewers. First place in the National League Central, looking the part.
It's early yet, Coach. It's early yet.
Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Goodby down on strikes. 1 out. Well, I'm not even asking you about your allegiance. I'm a lifelong Cardinal fan. I was almost virtually born that way, and I've always been that way. And once you go there, how could you not be a fan? It's the best baseball town in America.
I love
best fans.
I love allegiance to any teams. You know, having lived in Dallas for a few years, I've become a Texas fan.
Sure.
You know, of course.
Pitch outside, 1-0.
You know, when Berkman goes to the Astros, you got to start pulling for the Astros.
Yep. Always like the Astros. Well, I was a play-by-play voice for the Zephyrs, of course, for 8 years. And being an Astros affiliate, I got to be very close to so many people in that organization. 1-0 pitch. Outside of ball 2-0, it was truly great to see them win the World Series.
Sure.
And they've got a really good team. Jeff Lunau's done a great job since coming over there from the Cardinals.
Well, I'm showing my age, but I used to go to sleep listening to the Colt 45s and the Astro games on the radio.
Gene Elston, low pass.
Yes, indeed.
Foul to the screen. It's 2-1. Well, that's how I became a Cardinals fan. Was able to pick up KMOX when I was a kid, listening to Jack Buck, Harry Carey with him initially, and then Mike Shannon, of course, after Carey left. And Shannon's still doing their games, almost 80 years of age.
Wow.
How
about Vin Scully?
But I love Buck. Buck and Scully were, to me, the two best ever. There's a fly ball to right. Right fielder Daigle there for the catch. 2 gone. So Schexnayder gets a couple of outs in succession. And now deals with Ivan Paz, who's reached on an error, walked, been hit by a pitch, has an RBI and a run scored. He's been on every time.
The young Buck does a great talk show.
Joe Buck. Yeah.
Joe Buck does a great talk show where he, interviews players. It's just great sportscasting.
Stretch pitch, swing and a miss, threw the ball by him. 0-1. Schexnayder's getting more comfortable as this inning has progressed.
Maybe had a little nerves when he got started, but he's throwing the ball very well the last 2 batters.
No balls and a strike. And another. Breaking ball just missed, 1-1. Ready now, the 1-1. Ground ball toward third. Handled. Crossed the diamond. And out at first, Dufresne takes care of Paz. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left in the game. That is 9 left for De La Salle. Last chance coming for Vandebilt Catholic. It's the Cavaliers on top by the score of 9-1. Here at Crescent City Sports.com. Back in a moment. On to the 7th inning. Last chance here for Vandebilt Catholic. They trailed De La Salle 9-1. Ken Trahan with you, along with Kenny Forsang. Kenny will head down for our star of the game interview, along with the winning head coach. And De La Salle will employ its 3rd pitcher of the game. Cerise went 1 shutout inning, allowed a hit, no runs, and a walk while he was out there. And now Kyle Baudouin will come on to pitch the 7th, ostensibly to try to finish this one for the Cavaliers. 5 appearances, 2 starts. He's 0-1 with a 1.50 earned run average. 14 innings, 11 hits, 6 runs, 3 earned. He's walked 9, struck out 7 as Baudouin. And his first pitch misses for a ball to Eli David, who's batted twice and fanned twice. 1 ball, no strikes. Here it is. Fouled it, first base side, fungo style. It's 1-1. So a ball and a strike. And another. Fly ball to center field. Should be handled. Under it, Fields puts it away. One out. Two more to get for the Cavaliers. The batter will be Gavin Daigle, who has singled and grounded out to the pitcher.
Right fielder Gavin Daigle.
Here's Daigle. Who will settle in from the right side. Missing down and out, ball one. And 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. Daigle back in from the right side, waiting for the 2-0. And he took a strike called. It's 2-1. 9-1 Cavaliers here in the seventh. Game one of this best of three series. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Ground ball foul, third base side. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Daigle, 25 RBI on the year, ready to settle back in. 2-2 the count. Another pitch on the way. Missing inside, it's full 3-2. Baudouin just missing the inside portion there. 3 balls, 2 strikes, payoff pitch. Hit him. So Daigle will reach first, hit by a pitch. First hit batter by De La Salle. 1 on, 1 out. And Detillier. Well, bad. CJ Detillier is grounded out and fanned. Double play could end it, or would end it. Terriers have just 3 hits in the game. Corey Cook went 5 strong for De La Salle, and Victor Cerise, a shutout inning, now giving way to Baudouin. A ball and no strikes. Josh Shelley just didn't have it tonight. Fine pitcher for Vandebilt Catholic. They've used 4 pitchers. There is a strike call from Baudouin, 1-1. Baudouin, just a freshman. Nice future he's got. Here's the 1-1. Popped him up right side near the dugout of Vandebilt Catholic, and no play. Just over the railing to the dugout, into the dugout. It's 1-2. Detillier comes and reclaims his bat. Heads back toward the plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Game 2 set for 4 p.m. on Friday. And a third and deciding game, if necessary, at 7 p.m. on Friday. A ball and 2 strikes. Detillier waits. Here is the pitch. That is high and away. And it's even at 2-2. Two-two pitch. Just missed, down and out, full 3-2. So it was 3-2 to Daigle. Hit him, and now 3-2 to Detillier. Three balls, 2 strikes, payoff. Ball 4, 2 on, 1 out. Hit batsman and a walk. And now Brennan Hammer bats. He struck out, grounded out. Double play is still in order.
First baseman Brennan Hammer.
Here's Hammer. Visit by Fonseca. Heads back behind the plate. Pitch. And that's a strike called, 0-1. Now the 0-1. Look out, way out of the zone. It's 1-1. Couldn't quite get on top of that pitch. 1-1 the count. One. Fouled to the screen. It's 1-2. Baudouin ahead of this hitter after hitting a batter and walking a batter. And the 1-2. Way up and in, 2-2. Cavaliers have out-hit the Terriers 8-3. De La Salle with a pair of errors. Terriers have one. 2-2 the count. And now 3-2. Once again to a third consecutive batter. Three balls, two strikes. Payoff. Fly ball hit high and deep to left. That ball's crushed. Track, fence. See you later. 3-run home run. Brennan Hammer. And Vandebilt Catholic has cut the deficit to 9-4. Hammer hammered it. Second long ball of the year. RBIs 17, 18, and 19. Struck a blow. And it's 9-4. Still plenty of room to work with a lead. And you know that Roland Skinner does not want to have to go any deeper into his bullpen. But he'll have to hurry up and get somebody up and throwing. And does so. Ethan Hartenstein begins to throw in a hurry in the bullpen. Now we have Evan Frank, who's popped to second, grounded to short, will bat. Here's Frank. Here's the pitch. There is a strike. It's 0-1. Grounded off the pitcher's glove to second. Handled by Polizano. Throws him out. Scored 1-4-3. And De La Salle's an out away from a win. As J.L. LePere will bat. He singled twice to center and grounded out.
Shortstop number 16, J.L. LePere.
Here's LePere. And the pitch down and in, 1-0. That is a strike. It's 1-1. And he misses down and in. It's 2-1. Swing and a miss. And now De La Salle is a strike away from winning game one of this series. Popped him up, foul, right side out of play. Count holding 2-2. Grounded foul third base side to stay alive. Holding at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now it's way up, and it's full 3-2. Yet another full count, the 4th this inning against Baudouin, who's labored a bit. Payoff pitch, Baudouin Line drive to left. That's a base hit. The left fielder can't handle it. That'll be an error. So that's a base hit and an error. And a runner at second with 2 outs. Third error for De La Salle in the game. And LaPere's 3 for 4. Not done yet. Shelley will bat, but first here's Roland Skinner. Might he make a change here? Talks it over with Baudouin. Conversation finally coming to an end. And they'll leave him in.
Stepping into the Terriers, number 2, Dawson Martinez.
Dawson Martinez is going to bat here. So Martinez, his first time at the plate, takes a strike. It's 0-1. Dawson Martinez, 316, no homers, 17 RBIs. Had a good year. They've got good offensive numbers. 0-1. That just missed down. Pretty good pitch. 1-1. One and one to count the pitch. Swing and a miss. So once again, De La Salle's a strike away from a win. It's 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Baudouin getting the sign. Check of the runner, the pitch. Inside, it's 2-2. Again, bullpen busy with Ethan Hartenstein if needed. Coach Skinner trying to get through this one without using him. 2-2 pitch. Martinez rounds it toward third. Gets through, a base hit. Runner rounds third. He's going to come to the plate. He is out of the plate, and the game ends on an assist from the left fielder Tubbs to the catcher Fonseca. And De La Salle wins the game by the score of 9-4. What a way to end it there with an assist by the left fielder Tubbs, who made a very good throw. Fonseca the tag at the plate. Well done to end this one by the score of 9-4. De La Salle a winner as they got it done in great fashion here tonight. Swinging the bats well, got a great starting effort from Cook and emerged victorious in solid fashion despite some anxious moments there in the bottom of the 7th inning. So a 9-4 victory for De La Salle. We'll talk to the winning coach and our star of the game coming up here momentarily as we'll get Coach Skinner along with Corey Cook to come over and join him. We'll get one person on each side of him. As soon as we're able to get them set up, we'll go down to Kenny. So we'll get Kenny in the middle, so here he is right now. So ready? Let's go down to Kenny for saying with Coach Roland Skinner. Kenny?
Thanks, Kenny. We're here with winning coach, Coach Roland. Coach, a couple of frustrating innings there early in the ballgame. We left a lot of runners on base and some great defensive plays by those guys. It was great of your team to be able to get through that.
Yeah, we've had adversity this year. Proud of our kids. We know Vandebilt's well coached, and they play really good defense, and it showed tonight. We finally capitalized. We put enough pressure on it and finally capitalized, I thought, as the game went on. But give them a lot of credit, hanging in there, and like I said, we came through when we needed to.
Well, that's great, Coach. Thanks very much. Let me get Corey over here. Come on, Corey. Great ball game, son. Good seeing you. Good outing tonight. Got an RBI through 54 pitches. Had, I think, 5 strikeouts. How'd you feel out there tonight?
Felt pretty good. I was spotting up my fastball pretty well, but my all speed wasn't really there. I wasn't able to throw my curveball for a strike, which is not as good, but I was getting a lot of weak contact, and that's really what I was trying to do.
Sounds good. I saw you throw 3 fastballs in that 5th inning. They were the 3 best fastballs of the night. You felt like you were getting stronger?
Yeah, I felt like I sat down for 20 minutes before the game because I warmed up a little bit too early, and I felt like I got a little cold, and then I started warming up as the game went on.
Well, that sounds great. Congrats. What's the verdict for these games 2 and 3? You guys think you can take it?
Oh yeah, I think we'll be fine. We got 2 more pitchers. I can come back too on Friday, and we're just gonna battle it out, keep hitting like we're doing, and we're gonna find a way to win.
Sounds great. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Kenny, back to you.
All right, Kenny, thank you very much. Good job. Corey Cook, our star of the game, RBI single, and he went 5 innings, allowed no earned runs, 1 run total, 2 hits, and he walked no one, struck out 4 in a really good effort here this evening as the victory goes to the De La Salle Cavaliers 9-4 over the Vandebilt Catholic Terriers. Good showing here tonight by De La Salle. We'll talk about the totals of the ball game here. First of all, for De La Salle, 9 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors. They strand 9 men on base. And for Vandebilt Catholic, 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They leave 4 men on base. The winning pitcher tonight was Corey Cook. He improves to 5-1 with the victory. And the losing pitcher here tonight was Josh Shelley, who falls to 7-3 with the defeat. The game took 2 hours and 27 minutes to play. De La Salle wins it by the score of 9-4 over Vandebilt Catholic. And as a result, the Cavaliers take game 1 of this best-of-3 series and now set themselves up to try to win this thing coming up on Friday at 4 p.m. when game 2 will take place. And should the Cavaliers win that game, then they would be the winners of this series. And should Vandebilt Catholic win that game, then obviously they would force a game 3. That would follow on Saturday at 7 p.m. So it would be an immediate game right after the first game if Vandebilt Catholic can win it. But obviously De La Salle now has the upper hand with this victory here today by the score of 9-4 over Vandebilt Catholic. A really big game for Izzy Fields as well. 2 for 2, a pair of singles. He walked twice. He scored a run. He stole a base and drove in a couple of runs, and a superb effort on his part. So certainly he was another one of the guys that was a star of this particular game. And Fields getting it done at the plate with a really good effort here tonight. But certainly Corey Cook, the guy that you have to salute for the job well done overall. He was just outstanding here tonight in all phases, and it's kind of what you expected, and you have to give him credit after a slow start where gave up a run in the first for bouncing back and doing an outstanding job to get the win here tonight. So a really good job overall by the Cavaliers to win it by the score of 9-4. And again, as mentioned, they'll play game 2 at 4 p.m. on Friday, and if needed, the third game would be following the game on Friday at 7 p.m. Those games to be played here at Kirsch-Rooney Stadium. Again, Corey Cook, 5 innings, 2 hits, an unearned run, no walks, 4 strikeouts, and an RBI single. And Izzy Fields, 2 for 2, with 2 singles, stole a base, scored a run, drove in 3 runs to star for the Cavaliers offensively. Kenny Forseng rejoins me now. Kenny, final thoughts on what we saw here tonight?
Well, I think the difference in the ballgame is obvious. You had a young man totally dominant on one side of the field throwing the baseball. And on the other side of the field, the Terrier pitchers struggle finding the plate. You can't give good teams 9, 10, 11 base runners. And I think they probably walked 6 or 7. I know they hit 5. I mean, that's too many runners to give a good team.
It is, and of course, expect Vanderbilt Catholic to fight back. They're a really good ball club. They'll come back strong, I should think, on Friday.
Oh, absolutely. It would not surprise me to see this series go 3 games.
Kenny, it's been a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed it here tonight.
I've always enjoyed hanging out with you, Kenny, and doing the ball games. And, of course, it's great when you get a chance to see some great young kids come out here and play ball.
Appreciate it, Kenny. We look forward to having you this weekend as well when we get involved with doing some games in the series at John Ryan Stadium between Jesuit and Holy Cross. Here tonight at Kirsch-Rooney Stadium, it was a victory for De La Salle, 9-4 over Vandebilt Catholic. Want to thank our fine crew for a job well done. Peter, thank you. And And I want to thank all of our guys who make this possible, Lenny Van Gilder and company as well. Thank our friends here at Kirsch-Rooney Stadium, Tyler Sherman, Joe Sherman, and blessings to their family right now, and to our friend Emma. And I want to thank everyone for watching as well. Now, this is Ken Trahan saying thanks for joining us. And be a good sport. God bless you one and all. We are rounding third and heading home. So long.